Hello everyone, and welcome to another video in my IELTS Learning Tips video series. And I'm looking at reading especially at the moment, and a few weeks ago somebody asked me about reading summaries, the summaries with a list of words in reading, and so I thought I'd make this little video to help you look at that type of question and find the answers that you need quickly. So it can be a little bit tricky, this type of question, and it's definitely harder than the summary where you just find the words in the text, because there's more going on with this type of question. So before we get started on that, I just want to remind you that you can connect with me outside of YouTube by signing up on my website, which is IELTSlearningtips.com, and there are some free resources, particularly in writing, to help you, and also there are a few videos there that you can watch, and I send out emails and information about what's going on, about coaching, about other things that you can join. So it's well worth doing that if you want more information or if you want to connect with me, because I do speak to students all the time, and so if you want some help or you want some support or you have questions around your IELTS that you're worried about, then you can always fill in a little questionnaire and make an appointment, and I'm happy to speak to you and see if we can sort that out for you. And the second place is my Facebook group, which is a new group, well, a couple of months now, called Band 7 and 8 Success Network, and I'll give you links at the end, and there are also links underneath the video for you to follow. So let's get on with the summaries. And I've got an example that I want to share with you here, so we'll go over there and have a look at it. So summaries with a list. Now, why are they tricky? Well, because you still need the keywords, you still need to find the information in the text, okay, and match them. This means it takes a little bit of time, because you've then got to come back and then find a word from the box that will fit with the information you found. So this can take a little bit more time than some of the other questions. You need to know other words with the same meaning. You also need to understand the grammar a little, because you know, the word that you're looking for may be quite similar to another. So the grammar is really important, and it has to fit, and everything must flow grammatically. So you do need to understand a little bit about nouns and adjectives and singulars and plurals and things. Sometimes the word that's in the text will be in the box, but it might not fit because it's not grammatically the right form of the word. And you still need to confirm the choice. So sometimes I might look at the choices in the box and think, right, in this number, only this will fit. But of course, I can't just guess. I need to go and confirm my choice in the text. Okay, so how do we do it? Right, first of all, look at the missing word and check the other sentences. So if you have a sentence without a missing word, without a gap, look at those too, because they will help you to find the actual place. And they can also help you with the information that you need. They're there to guide you, so don't ignore them. Okay, think about what you need. Do we need a noun? Is it singular? Is it plural? Is it uncountable? Is there an a? Is there a the? All of these things are important. Anything else? Yeah, singular, plural. Has it got a number before it? Has it got a most or a many? Some kind of quantifier. Okay, now find the keywords that you need and go and find the missing bit, which is the gap in the gap filling exercise. Okay, then there will be a word missing in the sentence. Pick that word and match it against the choices in the box, and then move on. Okay, do them systematically. More often than not, they are related. So they will usually come from one paragraph or sometimes across two paragraphs. I have actually seen them where they are totally random across the whole of the passage. That would only generally be in part 3, but then your keywords become very important. But more often than not, they are limited to 1 or 2 paragraphs. Okay, so here's an example. I can't remember which book this comes from. It's one of the Cambridge books, but I'm sure you will recognize it. So we've got 3 questions and we've got 5 choices here. Okay, so I'll just leave you a second to have a look at that. Although if you're watching the video, I'm sure you can pause it. Okay, so we've got a name here that's going to be easy to find. We've got neurological, we've got neuroaesthetics. So there's some good keywords here. Natural world, University of Liverpool, some really good keywords that are going to help us to find the place. Okay, so this is what we've discovered. All the gaps are actually nouns. In number 31, we have our before the text, before the gap. So this could be singular, plural, or it might be uncountable. So we can see which ones would fit. All of them probably would fit grammatically. But if we look at C, F, G, and H, and if you want to go back and check those, you can. They sound a little bit odd. So probably not those, but it could be any of the others. Okay, in 32, we have an article the, so it looks like it's going to be a singular noun, or it could possibly be uncountable. So that means we can disregard D, C, and H, but F and G also sound a bit odd, a bit strange, so probably not those. So as you can see, we can start to reduce the list a little bit by this investigation. And 33 would look to be either plural or uncountable, because we've got the word repeated. And so we can see that these letters, C, D, and H, are going to work for that. Okay, so let's have a look in the text. So for the first question, we are looking for this word, and we can find this and find out from the text that these impressionist painters stimulated the amygdala. So this is an effect of painting. And we learn that this part of the brain, I think it is responsible for feelings. So feelings is the word that's missing. So if we match that with the choices, we have emotions. So therefore the answer must be C. Okay, so going on to 32, we're looking for the name. I mentioned that before, Alex Forsyth. And that's easy to find. And then we find out what this particular, it's a researcher, I think a university lecturer, is doing. And the information is that artists give their work a key level of detail. So this is the bit that is missing in the summary. And that equates to complexity in the choices, which is B. So now we have one more to do. And these are the words we're looking for, because there wasn't something really unusual in that question. So repeated, a comparison with the natural world. So natural world, nature, environment, something like that. And we're looking for something that's repeated. Okay. So we know that this is going to be in a similar location to the previous, because we've got this pronoun she, which refers to Alex Forsyth. So that means we should stay close to where we are, because this is obviously the same person or the same piece of research. And we find the word fractals. And we're told that these fractals, whatever they are, I'm not sure, are common in nature. I don't know what fractals means really, and it doesn't matter. So where you find a word you don't know, don't panic. It doesn't matter that I don't know what it means. All I need to know is that these are common in nature. And common is a little bit similar to repeated. So maybe this is where we find it. So then we want to find out what they are, and we find out that they're shapes and patterns. Okay, so shapes and patterns which are repeated or common in nature. So when we look at the choices, we can see that images is a possibility. C was another option, but that's already been used in 31. And D will not correlate with visual. So that leaves us with H, images. And images, shapes and patterns, quite similar. Okay, so in the end, this is what we have. So emotions here, complexity for 32, and images here. Okay, and that's how it's done. And of course, as with everything in language learning and in IELTS, you need to practice it. The more you practice it, the quicker this process will become. And these are the two things I mentioned before, IELTSlearningtips.com. If you just go to IELTSlearningtips.com, you'll see the free resources tab. And my Facebook group, you can probably just type in Band 7 and 8 Success Network. Okay, so I'll stop sharing that. So I hope that helps. I suggest you go find a summary with a list and go back through the video, try the technique, see how you get on. If you have any doubts or there are any difficulties when you try it, then just put a comment below in the comments box and I'll try and help you out with that. If it's successful and it works for you, then just keep practicing it so that it can become much faster. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on another video. And please share the videos with any friends or family members you have who are also looking to take the IELTS and trying to get a band 7 or 8. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.